How do you know when it's time to hang up that carnivore or ketogenic hat because it's just not serving you the way you hoped, or it's not serving you anymore? And how do you transition back onto carbs, and what kind of carbs? Let's get into it. Welcome everyone to my very humble channel and life. I am sitting here after doing a million things to help my mom and the animals and research and my business, everything. Gotta juggle it. Can't drop the ball. Can't allow cortisol to take over. But let's get into the subject of when is it time to hang it up and quit. Now, the two main reasons people would need to quit a carnivore diet, or maybe the three, let's say three, let's be fair, is you can't balance your electrolytes. Like, this is a huge problem with people. They don't know how to balance salt with potassium. They try avocado, it's still not working. They try potassium citrate, it's still not working. You might have to try potassium bicarbonate. It's a lot of experimentation, but the chronic dehydration, because when you drop out your carbs, you start peeing a lot. You're losing fluid because you don't have enough carbohydrates which hold on to water within the cell. So when you eat carbs, your cells hold on to water. When you drop your carbs, you start peeing a lot. And it's not just for a short period of being on a carnivore diet or a ketogenic diet. It's all the time. And I know this because that's me. I've been doing this for 17 years. And I pee all the time. I drink water all the time. But if you don't drink enough water, you instantly get a headache. You get muscle cramps and ribs locking up. Even if you balance your potassium, because you still need that third component, or fourth, which is water. And you got to drink it all day. And you may not feel anything for 5 years, but when it comes, it gets you good. Electrolytes. That's one of the top three that makes you have to go back to carbs, because people are having like chronic constipation and headaches, and they're tired, and their heart is beating out of their chest, and they think they're having anxiety, and they're having benign heart palps. It's a thing. Muscle twitches, facial twitching. If it's in the daytime, it's a lot of potassium, a little magnesium. If it's at night, it's magnesium, and it's a thing. The other really gnarly thing that makes people go off of carnivore and ketogenic diets is blood sugar becomes destabilized. Some people just end up crashing in the afternoon. They crash, or they're tired in the morning. They start feeling tired all day long. And if you continue to feel tired, your hair can start falling out on carnivore. Your thyroid, you start to have difficulties with T3 or T4 into T3, or T3 getting into the cells. It's a thing. Your body, the thyroid hormone will turn down when you won't stop. And then people start drinking coffee and doing carnivore diets and then eating fruit. It's all stupid. And people are very dogmatic. They like the title of saying that I'm carnivore. Just be low carb or just be ketogenic. But don't call yourself carnivore while you eat buckets of fruit. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. And the reason why people eat fruit is because they're freaking tired, or they can't, hold on to their electrolytes. Just do low carb. You are not carnivore if you're eating carnivore and fruit. You might as well just say I'm low carb, especially when you add fructose back into your diet. But let's talk about low carb. And the third problem is your gallbladder. So, dehydration, blood sugar, and gallbladder. And I hear my dog barking, so let's call him. That was my dog barking outside, so he so rudely interrupted this video. But let's get on to the solutions, because now we know it's the electrolyte issue, it is the blood sugar issue, and it is the gallbladder issue that might prevent someone from doing low carb. And these, if you don't address these three issues, it can become serious, like heart damage from not getting enough oxygen to the heart. Yes, because you're not drinking enough water and you're not getting your minerals, and you're doing this over time. Also, the gallbladder can become infected if you don't address the gallbladder. And the blood sugar can aggravate your thyroid and your reproductive hormones. Some people have such severe symptoms. Also, gout. That's another thing, but that's just people eating too much friggin' protein and not staying hydrated. Yeah, be very careful, my people. So how do you go to carbs? Well, if you've done carnivore, especially for a long time, you might have lost the production of diamine oxidase and might feel bloated back on the foods you used to eat. So you start off very small. And you have to find, now some people, just like I said, some people don't do well with carbs, and some people have developed gallbladder issues and dysglycemia. So these people who have severe issues with carbs, sometimes I put them on a medium chain triglyceride fat, or a LCT, a type of fat that does not require so much of the gallbladder, and eat it all day long, like avocado oil or olive oil, high quality, in a dark bottle, preferably with a wrapper on the outside, 100%, with fat trimmings and a little bit of animal fat, but that's a whole separate video. When you do decide to go low carb, you want to have about 3 ounces of carbohydrates, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can also eat carrots, yellow squash, bitter berries, like nothing sweet. We're not doing the carnivore with fruit thing. You can have a jasmine rice. Sometimes that would only be 2 ounces, 3 times a day. Or 3 ounces of a sweet potato, parsnip, red potato. You can have pumpkin. But I would stay away from, again, the sweet fruits with a lot of fructose. Once you have addressed your thyroid, gallbladder, blood sugar, gout, yeah, those are the main ones, your electrolytes. Once you've sort of worked them all out, you can go back to dropping out all the starch. And sometimes it takes people 2 weeks, sometimes it takes people 5 weeks to go from carbs to no carbs, right? Because sometimes the blood sugar will swing and hypoglycemia comes back. Be very, very, very careful if you have dysglycemia and you're trying to go back to carbs, that you don't crash, because that'll aggravate the thyroid. And I hope that helps. Comment below if this is you. Share this content, because that's how people find me. I've got sort of energy because it's too late and I'm doing a video, but that's okay. All of this chaos with life will soon calm down. It's so close. And I'm out. I run a course where I cover all 3 diets, and that is the reason why I'm talking about low carb, high fat tonight. I also am doing the challenge, but again, I don't want to talk about dates because I was supposed to do it a year ago. And so many life keeps happening. I ended up having to take 100% care of my mom, plus all of her personal business, like finances and house and health and everything, as well as build a house at the same time and research for you guys. You can also book a consultation through stephanieperson.com, and I'm telling y'all, I got this. I got your back. I've been doing this for so long. You're not going to get the runaround. You're not going to get quick and easy answers. You're going to get somebody who sits down and takes the time to find out what the problem is and create a solution. And I'm out.